We're going to perform this scene twice. The first time will be non-active listening, avoiding all eye contact, and having distractions. No humor and no emotional connection. The second time will be active listening, no distractions, eye contact, and adding a bit of humor and being more specific. See if you notice the difference. Come in, sit down. We have a problem. Hold on. You told me when you brought your dog into class, it was a service dog. Then you brought a cat, and the next time you brought a bird. Birds and cats are not service animals. Why do you delete that? The animals are causing chaos in class. Hello? Hey there. Pizza will be great. Pepperoni, sausage. Yeah, extra crispy. I have to go. I have to get rid of this student in my office. So what's going on here, Dorothy, with the animals?
My name is Anne. I'm having problems with my roommate. She's complaining about my pets not getting along.
This needs to stop. I'll have to remove you from class. Get rid of the pets. There's a problem. The dog yapped the entire class, and he started humping my left leg in the middle of my lecture.
I know, I was so embarrassed.
Then the next week, he brought in a cat. I never heard of a service cat. The cat hissed at me whenever I walked around the room, and when I was sitting at my desk, the cat used my leg as a scratching post. Plus, I went to a luncheon with my pants covered in cat hair.
I'm so sorry, Professor. It won't happen again.
And last week, Nancy, you brought in a bird which got out of its cage and flew to the top of the projection screen during presentation. Then it cracked on the screen. The stain is still there. It's getting to the point where it's becoming less of a classroom and more like a farm.
I'm having trouble with my roommate. She's complaining about the animals not getting along. The cat tries to jump and gets to the bird cage, then the chihuahua chases the cat.
Come up with a solution. This is causing a disturbance in class.
I cannot afford for my roommate to leave, but she is complaining about the pets, and I love my pets.
Let's start off with the bird. What does the cat do when it sees the bird?
It jumps up. Then when the cat jumps, the chihuahua thinks the cat wants to play, and the dog starts barking at the cat, and the cat hisses, and it progresses.
When you say the cat jumps up towards the bird, is the bird in the cage?
Yes, the cage sits on a shelf high up on the wall.
We'll get rid of the bird. I'll put it in another room.
The only other room would be the laundry room, and I could close the door, and the cat would not see it, but that room is depressing. I see your point. I was right.
And no more animals in the zoo classroom, right?
No, Professor.
Okay. Now we're going to do it again, using communication skills and be more specific in our words and emotions, and try to connect with each other in ways we have discussed in class. Actual eye contact, no distractions, active listening, really listening and responding and adding a little humor to find a solution. Hello there. Please come in. Please come in. Thanks for stopping by, Anne. Oh, my phone. I'm sorry. I don't need to answer that. I'll call it back. I asked you to come in to address a problem we're having in the classroom. You're a good student. I'm pleased with your work.
Thank you. I really enjoyed class.
Thank you. Well, the problem started a few weeks ago when you brought a dog to class. And you told me it was a service dog. I must admit, I had never seen a chihuahua as a service dog before.
I'm sorry, Professor. I panicked.
The dog yapped the entire class, and he started humping my left leg in the middle of my lecture. wait a minute, I'm not finished. Then the next week, you brought a cat into class. I've never heard of a service cat. The cat hissed at me whenever I walked around the room, and when I was sitting at my desk, the cat used my leg as a scratching post. Plus, I went to a very important luncheon with cat hair all over my pants leg.
Okay, I'm sorry, Professor. I'll try. It won't happen again.
And for the best, last week you brought in a bird, which got out of its cage and flew to the top of the projection screen during a presentation. It then crapped on the screen. The stain is still there. Was that a service bird? Come on. It's getting to the point where it's becoming less of a classroom and more like Old MacDonald's farm. And instead of taking attendance, I feel like I should just sing E-I-E-I-O.
Sounds okay. Well, okay. I'm having trouble with my roommate, and she's complaining about the animals not getting along. And see, the cat, it tries to jump up and get the bird cage, and then the chihuahua chases the cat.
Well, let's get together and come up with a solution, as this is causing a disturbance in the class, as you know.
Well, okay, I can't afford for my roommate to leave, but she's complaining about the pets, and I love my pets.
I understand. Let's start off with the bird. What does the cat do when it sees the bird?
Okay, so the cat, he jumps up, and then when the cat jumps, the chihuahua thinks the cat wants to play, and then the dog starts barking at the cat, and then the cat hisses, and so it progresses.
Okay, you say the cat jumps up towards the bird. Is the bird in a cage?
Yes, the cage sits on a shelf high up on the wall.
Is there any other room where a bird can be placed?
Well, the only other room would be the laundry room, and I guess we could close the door, and the cat would not see it, but that room is so depressing.
I see. Which would you rather have, Anne? A depressed bird or your roommate to leave?
Okay, I see your point. I guess I'll try that.
And no more animals in the zoo classroom, right?
No, Professor.
Okay, good. Again, I like your work, and I'm sure we can work this problem out, okay?
Thank you. Thanks for your time.